Hello there and welcome to another Minecraft day here. My name is ShadowC and today is a very special day because I am in Season 5 of Hermitcraft world right here, and it's publicly available for download, and Xisumavoid has been very kind in telling me that I could actually use their publicly available worlds, if I can speak proper English here, to do stuff with them and showcase them in my YouTube channel. Needless to say, this is his base right here, his work of art. This belongs to him and it's awesome. It's one of my favorite creations that I've seen in Minecraft all along. Anyways, I was thinking, what can I do with this beautiful art that I have, you know, that's publicly available here and I could download? And I said, well, it's version 1.12 and this new thing has just arrived to Minecraft, which is the awesome SEUS Path Tracing Shader, which in no way benefits by the new graphics card, the RTX stuff, which is really cool if you think about it. It uses a brand new algorithm to calculate ray tracing, a form of ray tracing in Minecraft to make stuff looks really, really awesome. And oh my god, I can't believe it's writing here. Wait a second. I am the boss of this world today, and I'm going to show you how Xisumavoid's base looks in all of its glory in path tracing. Now, welcome to Xisumavoid's base. Doesn't this look just so awesome? I'm gonna go briefly underwater just to show you the effect of nighttime underwater and also the snow. I'm gonna go right here. I don't really know what I'm doing today. I'm just gonna show you places and hopefully make this a very entertaining video. This is Evil X statue right here, which has been sadly kicked from the Hermitcraft server recently, but look how the reflections of the moonlight on the snow. Now that looks awesome. I gotta say, this shader looks much better at night than at day. I'm not sure if this is a settings thing that I have to deal with, but the sunlight kind of tints everything with a yellowish color. I'm not sure, I don't know how to fix that. If you know, please, you know, leave it in a comment in the description, because I very much would like to, you know, have really white sunlight, which is, you know, how the real deal works. But look at the depth on the textures here, is so amazing. And by the way, I'm using Vanilla Normals reviewed or something like that. Let me just show you. So this is what I'm using as a resource pack on top of the default textures. It's called Vanilla Normals Renew 1.12, and you need to do that if you want to have these fancy reflections and the texture shadows and stuff, you know, working in order, in full order, and that makes this world look just so much more beautiful. But let's jump right in. I'm gonna change the time here. I'm gonna show you the golem building. There you go, sunlight in all of its glory. I'm not seeing the yellowish tint right now, but that might be because it's morning, so I'm not sure what triggers it. Now this is looking so awesome, and the mountain and my frames are dropping like crazy right now because there are so many reflections. I have the depth set to I think 20 chunks, which makes things look, you know, a bit, I don't know, I didn't need it, but you know, sometimes part of the bases were clipped. And this is the iron golem building, factory, whatever. Now look how awesome this thing looks with all of the iron blocks, which are now fully reflective. They look like mirrors. I can actually see probably myself in here. Why can't I see myself? Oh, wow, I'm a ghost. Okay, but yeah. Anyways, this is just giving the Xisumavoid base a totally different atmosphere, and I think when I show you the rest of the spaces, you're going to agree with me that this gives the base the atmosphere that he was probably thinking about when he first built it. For example, we can enjoy a really nice walk right here through the acacia forest, or achacha as it's best described in this series, and you can appreciate here the amazing witch hut that I don't remember who built this or who helped Xisuma building this. You would have to just go and rewatch the video where he makes it, because that he mentions that. I look at the volcano right there in the distance with the aeroplane crash right there, and there is some zombie. Let me just go in here and show you the interiors and how the light gets through the slabs, the half slabs right there is so awesome. And as the sun moves, these shadows are going to move as well, and the lighting is going to change completely here. Now, something about the nether portals, you know, they just look transparent. That might be something that the guys would like to improve maybe in future versions. Remember, this is alpha, so there's a lot of work to be done here. And as you can see, you know, I've been blinded by the sun here, but my eyes quickly adjust to the light changes. See, that's really awesome. And just being here in the middle of the forest, look, you know, look at the leaves and the light bouncing off of each and every surface in a different way. It's just so awesome. And here we are, good old base, right here with all of the artworks. I don't know how to call those things right there, working really well in this shader. Man, this looks so awesome. Like, you can walk around here. I'm going to show you slightly, you know, a little bit of the base, how the reflections work, for example, on the polish, diorite andesite? I never know. The polish andesite, right, of course. So you can see the reflection of those lamps right here. And granted, I had to adjust the light levels for this to resemble a little bit close to what Minecraft really is, because this shader looks really, really dark actually with the default settings on the light level. So I set it to 2.5, and that gave me the right atmosphere at night. You know, you have some black patches of shadows, which I think is what he wanted. Like, for example, this is a pretty dark place and it looks quite awesome. But at the same time, you can see, you know, in the default settings, this gets really too dark and you can't really navigate some of the spaces that there are right there. We're gonna approach Xuma's bedroom right there. I'm kind of eerie to go in here because I think this is overstepping his privacy, but man, this is supposed to be all fake. But oh, look at the sheets. He likes orange sheets. Okay, yeah, not my taste. Anyways, let's move on. And this is one of my favorite parts of the base right here. Look how great the reflections work on all of the polished blocks that he chose, you know, to intertwine here with the textures. You know, I was watching his series last year because I was looking for some inspiration with my own Minecraft. And of all of the creations that I saw, this was the most appealing to me in the way he chose the palette, the way he made it work, the way he worked on the sort of, you know, this is a very fantastic architecture sort of style. You know, if you go just standing right here and look at the columns, you know, nothing is really, you know, structurally sound here, but it looks so awesome. It looks so well defined, and everything has a purpose, and the color palette is just so great. That made me actually go back into Minecraft. So I have the guy to thank for, you know, there's a lot of inspiration with other Hermits, but this thing just really hit something that I thought it looked similar, like to something that I probably would like to do at some point. And being able to show this in this light and with these awesome shaders is something that blows my mind. That looks so great. Anyway, enough of the rambling and the praising. I'm gonna go, yeah, we're back to the no fighting in the war room. Be careful. Now this is the floor below, the one that we just been, and this is where some of the farms are. And the color palette here takes on a slightly different dimension here. And you can see the light behind the water, which works really, really well with the shader pack. And if you go into each of the farms, it kind of changes the color palette in a way that still matches what we had before. And this is one of my favorites. This is the Netherwart farm. I was forgetting about that, with all of this red that looks like blood. It's just amazing. But if we come here, for example, we turn the corner here and we check on the cocoa beans farm, you can see that he chose an entirely different color palette, and it really works. Like, every side of the building is a different farm and it's a different color palette, and it works so well. And I so like the reflections here on the polished andesite and the quartz. That is amazing. These are quartz slabs. I remember there were some lighting glitches that he was talking about when building this, and then he did something to hide the light because it was like kind of leaking underneath the floors. This just treats like so well. It's just so perfectly well looking. It's amazing. Now, and as you can see here, well, this is something where the shader pack doesn't really give, you know, enough of the light, because these blocks are no longer transparent, so the light has a really hard time going through here. I think I removed some of the leaves. Yeah, right here I removed the leaves, and you can see how different the effect is. So this is something to take into account when if you're going to play with the shaders. Some things are not going to look, you know, the same. But this looks so awesome. I think it gives the gloom, sort of moody, darkish atmosphere that Xisuma wanted. You know, when he decided to go into a mushroom biome to build his base, he wanted his base to be kind of darkish, and so that's why he chose, I mean, one of the reasons he chose the biome here. This also looks amazing. It's a really, really easy to make cactus farm right here with the green colors, the light bouncing off. You got this whole new dimension where the light bounces off of the green and the light turns green, because that's how, you know, the world works. You get all of this awesome effect. Everything, this looks like a pool. Looks like I could swim here. If only we were in 1.13, could just jump here and swim. All right, we're appreciating sunset here in one of my favorite spots of the entire base right here. Granted, there was a lot of work to be done here to be finished. I encourage you to just download the world and do something creative with this. That might be a really good idea, yeah, actually, to approach and continue with the work. I think the Xisuma himself said something like that. But would you look at this awesome Chinese style architecture, or Japanese maybe? This is definitely one of the favorite places in this space that I have. Look how the torches reflect on the water, and the cherry blossom tree looks really awesome here. I love the detail of the banners here. I think that really gives the building its, you know, a completely different life than just having the bone blocks, you know, wall as they are. And the beautiful garden here at night. Granted, I might just put 1 or 2 torches here. Let me just... Granted, you probably want lamps, not just stupid torches standing, but I just want to show you what you can do with light effects around the place. Look how much better this thing looks. That looks so much more vibrant. It has some life that you will really enjoy walking through the park right here. And oh, so it's starting raining again. Are you gonna see in a second the wet effect on the textures, which is just amazing. Now, this is one of the things that really inspired me to go back and do Minecraft creation. Doesn't matter if it's good, you know, if I get attention or not, because I just love playing this game. Look at the wet pot soil effects, like how everything reflects off of the surfaces right here. The wet grass, you can see it all now. That's just amazing. And this guy, it amazes me how good he is at each and every aspect of the game. Like, he's good at redstone. He comes up with some really original ideas from time to time. He's good at, you know, choosing a color palette for his builds. Like, this thing is just genius. He's good at terraforming. He's good at, I don't know, you know, coming up with some good architectural concepts. You know, either real life or fake. Let me just put a light right here. And so that's one of the things that really, you know, inspired me to say, hey, I wanna get back to this game, because this game is so beautiful and colorful, and you can do so much great stuff with it. I mean, it's just, and under this new light, it looks just awesome. What can I say? Anyways, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of Xisumavoid's base right here in the SEUS amazing Path Tracing Shader pack, which is absolutely awesome. I'm going to leave you now, so I want to say thank you for watching. If you like, leave a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel for some more Minecraft. I'm going to continue some of the base tours here in this awesome shader pack, because I think this looks amazing. But for now, I'm going to leave you with a song that I wrote and played in the piano for you, and some more views of this place, which is amazing. So, see you later. Goodbye.